All right, everybody, welcome back to another top buy, top sell video here in the A1 EdgeFinder. This is our trading software, and in today's video, we are going to, of course, take a look at our number one buy and our number one sell currently listed in the EdgeFinder. But before we get to that, I want to take a look at two things really quickly, and that is the smart money tracker followed by retail sentiment, so that we can get an idea of what everyone around the markets is going long and short on at the moment. So here in the smart money tracker, we're taking a look at COT report data, or institutional trader data, sometimes called smart money traders, but these are big money hedge fund type of guys that are getting paid lots of money to take lots of trades. This is what they're going long and short on at the moment. And according to this over here on the right, this is our most bullish asset. We actually have three really, almost four, but three that are kind of tied here for our most bullish asset, all at 78%, and it's platinum, US oil, and gold, all at 78% long and 21% short here, followed by the euro. The euro is our most bullish currency, 76.67% long and 23.33% short there. So gold, oil, platinum, and the euro all very heavily favored long by those institutional traders. US dollar, not too far behind, 64.3% long and 35.7% short. So definitely favored on the long side from institutional traders. But on the short side, our most bearish asset is still the Japanese yen, currently 85.77% short and just 14.23% long there from those institutional traders. We have all of that same information down here, but in this numerical chart view, where we can see the total number of long contracts, the total number of short contracts, the changes long and short from the last data release, as well as the percentage long and short here. We can see that as well. And it's listed from the most bullish up here at the top to the most bearish down here towards the bottom. Now, if you want to take a look at the retail sentiment, this is what the day traders, or what the overall crowd, is favored long and short on at the moment. And right now we're taking a look at major currency pairs. These are all US dollar pairs, and our most favored long US dollar pair from day traders currently is USD CAD, 79% long and 21% short. The pound dollar, on the other hand, is the most favored short asset from day traders, 80% short and 20% long. Again, these are just the US dollar pairs. We can take a look at the rest of our currency pairs right here. And there we go. These are the rest of our currency pairs. And I'm noticing down here towards the bottom, our most shorted currency pair from the day traders is actually another US dollar pair. It's USD ZAR. We don't lump this one in with the other major currency pairs because it's not quite as commonly traded as things like euro dollar or the pound against the Japanese yen, things like that. Those are a little bit more popular, but we do have USD ZAR here as well. And again, it's the most shorted asset from the day traders at the moment, 93% short and 7% long there. The euro pound, on the other hand, is the most favored long asset from day traders, 87% long and 13% short. So there we go. Now we have an idea of who is buying and selling what. Let's go ahead and jump on into the watch list so that we can see our top buys and top sells. Well, really all of our buy and sell signals at the moment. If we remove these neutral biases, we can see all of our buy and sell biases here, and they've made it pretty easy for us today because we have a clear favorite on the buy side. It's USD ZAR with a score of +8. That is our highest score of the day. And Aussie USD is our only strong sell at the moment with a score of -7. So we have a clear sell Aussie USD, and we have a clear buy USD ZAR. So let's go ahead and jump right into these breakdowns and see if we can figure out what is giving USD ZAR and Aussie USD these strong scores. So let's start off with Aussie USD. Actually, we're going to start off with the sell today.
8cap and A1 Trading are teaming up to give out free copies of the EdgeFinder. 8cap is an incredible, award-winning regulated broker looking to give traders the best experience possible. You can trade trade all of your favorite things like gold, Forex pairs, cryptos, indices, and more, 8cap is our favorite choice when it comes to brokers, so go try them out if you're looking for a better broker. The only thing better than trading with 8cap is using the EdgeFinder to find better trading entries while trading with 8cap, of course. So to get your free copy of the EdgeFinder, all you have to do is create a trading account with 8cap and deposit $1,000 or more. Again, just deposit $1,000 or more into your personal trading account with 8cap, message us when you're finished, and we'll get you set up with your free EdgeFinder access. Happy trading, everyone.
Like I mentioned already, a score of -7. COT data is a score of -2, and retail sentiment is actually a score of +1. Now, taking a look at COT data over here, we already know that the US dollar is favored on the long side, 64% there, but the Australian dollar is actually favored on the short side from institutional traders, 63% there. Retail sentiment is also favored on the short side, 67% short and 33% long there. If you're wondering why it's getting a +1 score here, it's got this blue box for retail sentiment, even though they're selling off when it is listed as a sell, is because oftentimes, unfortunately, the crowd is wrong in these cases. A lot of the times people lose money in the markets. That's just kind of how trading works. Unfortunately, the majority of people who trade end up losing money, and so we often score retail sentiment inversely of what it's favored. So if the crowd is going short, we are going to look to go long. But in this scenario, it seems as if the crowd is maybe heading in the right direction. Our seasonality is a score of -1, and we can see in the month of May, historically speaking, when taking a look at the last 10 years, if you take a look at the last 10 years and saw how Aussie US trended in the month of May, you would notice that historically speaking, it trends a little bit bearishly. Hasn't done that so much in the past couple of days, however. Our trend reading is a score of -1, not a strong -2 score, just kind of a weaker -1 score. And taking a look at this trend projection, you wouldn't think much of it. It definitely seems like it's been trending in the upwards direction, not in the downwards direction. But if we take a look at the price forecast, I bet we'll get a little bit of a different story. So coming in here to price forecast, we can find AUD USD. There it is. And there we go. That's why it's got that -1 trend reading score, is because it's reading all the way back to here. When we take a look at Aussie US in this trend projection box, we can only see back to April 27th, which doesn't really give us the full picture of how this market has been trending. But if we take a look at the price forecast, we can actually see back an extra 10 days or so, and we can see that it had an absolute huge sell-off here down to April 27th lows, where it kind of hung around this area for a few days, and since then has popped back up a little bit. Price forecast does project that, based off of all of the other information and data, that it looks like it's going to perhaps hit this resistance zone right here where these 3 peaks are, and perhaps fall back down. We will see if that happens. But let's finish up with our fundamental data. GDP growth, inflation, unemployment, and interest rates, all scores of -1. So fundamentally speaking, looking very, very bearish. Let's take a look at those numbers right over here. GDP growth in Australia, 0.5% compared to 1.1% in the US. Inflation in Australia, 7% compared to 5%. Unemployment, 3.5% compared to 3.4%. And lastly, interest rates on the Australian dollar are 3.85% compared to 5.25%. So there we go, a quick breakdown of AUD USD and all the numbers and data pointing towards this -7 score. Fundamentally, looks very bearish. Institutional traders favored long on the dollar, favored short on the Australian dollar. Historically speaking, in the month of May, seasonality showing a negative score there. And not so much the past couple of days, but the past couple of weeks, AUD USD has absolutely been selling off. So we'll just have to wait and see what happens moving into next week with AUD USD. Let's finish up here with USD ZAR. a strong buy score of +8. COT data is a score of +2, and retail sentiment a score of +1. Now, we already took a look at all of these US dollar numbers. It's the same as AUD USD because we're just looking at another US dollar pair. So I'm just going to focus really quickly on the South African Rand, ZAR, its numbers right here. So favored on the short side from institutional traders, 69.37%. 30.63% long there. Retail sentiment, though, the day traders are favored short on USD ZAR as a whole. As we know, it's the most shorted asset from day traders in the EdgeFinder, actually 93% short and 7% long there. In the month of May, seasonality wise, has a score of +1. We can see in the month of May, historically speaking, that over the last 10 years, USD ZAR tends to trend somewhat bullishly in the month of May, and that so far has been the case. Taking a look at trend reading, we have a score of +2. We can see a nice little pop at the beginning of the month. Earlier this week, we had this nice move to the upside here, has come back down from that high, but is up a little bit on the day so far. Finally, our fundamentals, GDP growth, inflation, and unemployment, all scores of +1. Interest rates, on the other hand, a score of -1. Again, let's just go over the South African Rand's numbers here because we already took a look at US dollar. So South Africa GDP growth, -1.3%. Inflation, 7.1%, unemployment, 32.7%, and interest rates, 7.75%. So there we go, another quick breakdown for you of USD ZAR and all of the data pointing it towards this +8 strong buy bias. Remember guys, if you want the EdgeFinder for yourself, you can find it down in the link in the description below. It's a super useful trading tool with lots more useful information and tabs here that we did not go over today. There's so much to look at and learn from here by using the EdgeFinder. So yeah, if you want it for yourself, check it out in the link down in the description below, and you can actually get it at a discounted price when you use code A1YT at checkout.
Don't forget to check out the links in the description if you want our broker recommendation, access to our free Discord, free EdgeFinder, or want to chat with us on Telegram. Remember, you can watch us live in the markets every morning starting at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time, and we have lots more free trading tools and content available on our website, a1trading.com. Thanks for watching.